A very good evening to everyone present here. It's indeed a matter of immense pride and joy to welcome you all to the 133rd online interactive session, which is also the 105th Leadership Development Program by Corporate Mentor, organized by Delhi School of Professional Studies and Research. I extend my heartfelt greetings to our esteemed honorable guest speaker for the day, Mr. Aatish Rathi sir, Honorable Senior Professor Ajay Kumar Singh sir, Honorable Director of the College Professor Dr. Mahesh Sharma sir, respected Registrar Dr. Arif Singh sir, respected faculty members and my dear fellow students. I Khushi Datta, a proud student of BBA batch 2024 to 28 at DSPSR, feel deeply honored to stand before you today. DSPSR has always been committed to fostering academic excellence, professional growth, and leadership development among students. And today's session is yet another valuable step in that journey of learning and inspiration. To commence this session on an auspicious note, let us now take part in the symbolic ritual of lighting the virtual lamp. This act represents the removal of darkness and the shedding in of wisdom, positivity, and enlightenment. May this flame of knowledge guide us toward clarity, confidence, and success in the days ahead. Now, I kindly request Arun sir to play the virtual lamp lighting video.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा शुभं भवतु कल्याणम् आरोग्यं सुखसम्पदा शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते।
It's my great honor to welcome our distinguished speaker for today, Mr. Aatish Rathi sir, Chief Revenue Officer at 121health.net, India's largest employee assistance program company. With a BTech in Computer Science and Engineering from IIT Guwahati and over 14 years of professional experience, Mr. Rathi sir is an accomplished sales leader and entrepreneur who has consistently driven growth and transformation across industries such as healthcare, hospitality, and e commerce. Currently serving as Chief Revenue Officer at One to One Health, Sir has been instrumental in driving business expansion and building impactful employee well-being solutions. His journey includes leadership roles at industry giants like Birla Fertility and IVF, Udan.com, and Oyo, where his outstanding performance earned him a Harley Davidson Bike Award from the CEO of Oyo. Beyond his corporate achievements, Sir is a passionate entrepreneur and social contributor, having founded Khanagiri, one of India's top 10 food startups, and an NGO called What Club, which has conducted over 500 plus social activities across India, involving notable personalities like P.V. Sindhu and Pullela Gopichand. He also serves as the art of living teacher for children, spreading the message of yoga, meditation, and Indian values, a perfect blend of professional excellence and human values. On behalf of DSPSA, I warmly welcome you, Mr. Aatish Rathi sir, and we are truly looking forward to gaining invaluable insights from your remarkable journey and experiences today. We are equally privileged to have as our moderator today Ms. Shagun, a distinguished alumna of DSPSA from the BCom Honours Batch 2014 to 17. During her academic years, she excelled in both academics and co curricular activities, setting a wonderful example of dedication and leadership. She continues to remain an integral part of the DSPSR family, inspiring younger students through her commitment and excellence. On behalf of DSPSR, I warmly welcome you, Ms. Shagun, and we are delighted to have you moderate today's interactive session. Now it's over to you, Ms. Shagun.
Thank you for the welcome. So, shall I begin?
Before you ask, let me tell you can start.
Yeah, yes, Subun, you can start.
Yeah.
Now the session is handed to you. Okay, so good evening, sir. I'm the alumni of DSPSR.
Yeah, hi Sagun. Hi everyone. Pleasure to be here. Yeah,
How are you, sir?
all good.
Okay.
Just one addition, Shagun. One-to-one happens to be the largest EAP services businesses in India. EAP stands for Employee Assistance Programs. And Aatish is a very distinguished person who drives the entire revenues across the spectrum in that organization. It's a Bangalore-based setup, but present all over India. If you can go to their website, all of you, and you can see one-to-one-help.net, the kind of work they do. They actually take care of employee well-being on B2B model. So they don't charge employees for their well-being, but they charge corporates for their well-being. And it helps them reduce their attrition, maintain their culture, be a great place to work, and things like that. So it's a very, very sophisticated and soft business, which Atesh is driving, and it's a very tough business too. So kudos to Atesh for handling such large portfolio and large business and giving it growth. So Shagun, over to you.
Okay.
Thanks, Dhyan. Thanks a lot.
So, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear.
Okay. So, sir, my very first question is that how has your journey been from being a BTech graduate at IIT Guwahati to being a business and sales professional?
Sure. So honestly, curiosity and people. While I enjoyed engineering, I was always more drawn to understanding people there. What drives them? How decisions are made? How value is created in business? In fact, during my IIT days, I was also the head of my tech fest, and we started a inter-school competition that time with the name Technotron, and I was the chief organizer of that. And that competition, we took it to around 80 cities across India, and that became we got a Limca Book of Record also. That became India's largest examination, which is connected by students and for students. So around 1.5 lakh students participated in that. So while I was organizing that time I realized that leadership is something which can be learned, which can be acquired, which can be there's no age to learn leadership. It's not like after 30 only you can learn leadership. Even during your college days, by participating in extracurricular activities, by trying to understand people, you can get to know what leadership is all about.
Okay, and sir, I would also like to know that when you won your Harley Davidson bike from the CEO of Oyo, so could you please explain what it meant to you personally? Can you share the story with us?
Sure. In fact, that was one of the most memorable moments of my career. At Oyo, we were going through a challenging time with aggressive revenue targets. And I remember, for example, my team used to do around uh, 1 CR a quarter. And when this competition was organized, where it was told that whoever does the highest in this quarter will win the Harley Davidson bike. To win the bike, minimum number which you had to chase was 6 crore, right? And we were doing 1 crore, right? A quarter. So 6x jump, right? With the same team. You can't increase the team size, right? The same team, you have to do a 6x jump from quarter to quarter. But the motivation to win not the bike, but to win that title, that you are the winner, right? For you and for your team, that actually inspired me to go for it, and my whole team aligned to that purpose. You can't do it alone, right? As a leader, you can't do it alone. So you when you align your whole team to work for a purpose, that's when magic happens. That's when your numbers goes from 1x to 6x uh, within a quarter itself, right? So the CEO personally rewarded me with Harley Davidson bike. But as I said, for me, it was not about the bike. It was about the recognition of hustle, teamwork, and persistence, which all of my team delivered. It reminded me that extraordinary effort never gets unnoticed. Yeah.
Okay, so that was very nice. So, sir, I would also like to know, like, what are the challenges that you face while starting the while like establishing your startup, and how did you overcome those challenges?
Sure. So when we speak about Khanagiri, in fact, almost everything was a challenge. I was working as a software engineer that time. I started my career as a software engineer at Oracle. I worked there for 5.5 years. And along with work, I wanted to start something. Which can build my entrepreneur. I was not doing MBA. I thought that this startup will make me do a practical MBA. So I was ready for all the challenges. I had no idea about restaurant industry, cloud kitchen, how the delivery model works, you know, how the response will be, because this was the first of its kind in Hyderabad, a late night food startup. There was none that time. And so yeah, from finding the cook uh, who can cook a nice food, finding the delivery boys, to find the location for the correct location for that cloud kitchen, to get the business, to get the B2B business going along with B2C. That time when Zomato was not doing the food delivery. So you can understand what time I'm talking about. I'm talking about 2015, where Swiggy had just started 2 months back. Zomato was not delivering the food. So from at that time, scaling a cloud kitchen was very difficult. But since our idea was unique, uh, people trusted us, and with the trust of people, maintaining the quality of your services, it became big. Yeah.
So, sir, like, how do you inspire your team members to achieve the sales targets?
Uh, there are a lot of ways you can do that, right? But the most important thing for me is by connecting targets to purpose, which I was telling before also, that people perform best when they understand why their work matters. I make sure that every team member knows how their effort impact lives or clients, and they themselves, right, in terms of incentives also. And I also believe in celebrating small wins. That's very important part of sales career, that you celebrate each and small win in a big way. It builds confidence, it gives you the momentum, and overall the culture of the team becomes a winning culture.
Okay, answer how your background in engineering, how it helped you with with developing your leadership skills to play your leadership roles.
So my engineering gave me the structure, it trained me to approach every challenge logically, break down a complex problem into a smaller solvable parts. And then it also made me comfortable with data and analytical decision making. Because in sales or leadership role, this becomes invaluable, because at the end of the day, you are solving human and process problems using the same structured thinking mindset that engineering instills in you. Right. So in this way, it has helped me a lot.
Okay, so sir, according to you, what are the qualities of a successful entrepreneur?
Well, there are many, but I would say, if I have to, pin down to some of them, I would say the first and the most important quality is that you should be honest to yourself, right? Many a times entrepreneurs do a mistake of self-deceit, खुद को धोखा देना. But that's the biggest virus which you can catch. So the best way, if you really want to be a successful entrepreneur, be honest. At the same time, be a hustler, be patient, and don't go for glamour. हम देखते हैं बड़े बड़े स्टार्टअप फाउंडर्स इन शार्क टैंक्स एंड ऑल. For example, I will just tell you Ritesh Agrawal. I know him since last 10 years. Now he's a famous person, a celebrity, a Shark Tank judge and all. But the way he started his journey was very different. So you see a successful person, and you feel that this is how the life of an entrepreneur is. But Other side of this is they became like that because they did a lot of hustle, lot of hard work in their starting days. So if you really want to become a true entrepreneur, try to become a good hustler, be honest to yourself, try to be a people's person. You can't do it alone. Understand the fact. You have to create a team, you have to run a team. You should know who are better than you, hire people better than you. You may be good at something else, but there are a lot of other skills where others could be better than you, and there should not be any ego in that. Ego kills the entrepreneurship. So if ego and self deceit, I would say these two things you should definitely avoid.
Okay. This answer. Any other advice, especially for the students who aspire to become successful entrepreneurs? Like they
See,
would be new to this world of entrepreneurship.
correct. So, see, if you really want to become a good entrepreneur, I would say start observing the things, right? It's very important. How I got the idea of Khanagiri is uh, uh, because I was working at late night shift with one of the US clients. And that time I realized that when you work in late night shifts and you feel hungry, there is nothing to eat. So that was a problem statement which I was facing myself, right? There could be thousands of such problem statements which you or your friends or your relatives or your colleagues must be facing, right? So observe the things. What are the problem statements which you want to solve, right? And then start small, but start soon. Many times, people spend 5 years, 10 years, in fact, sometimes all their life in just planning only, right? I know planning is important, but I am a firm believer of the fact that plan fast, execute small, and even if you fail, right, learn and then execute again. That is what my advice is.
Shagun, may I ask a couple of questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Aatish, this facility DSPSR is a college of Indraprasth University, Delhi.
Correct.
And here we have you would have seen Shagun. Here we have a lot of talent, which is not even knowing about the industry, which is so promising and which is doing such a social good. If you can give an overview of your industry or what one to one does, so probably this
Sure.
could be a place where people like Shagun might aspire at a later date to join such an industry and then at a later date to be with one to one.
So definitely. In fact, the reason why I joined this company is that I am doing a job with a purpose, right? When the founder of One to One told me that the last 24 years we have saved 16,000 lives from suicide, right? That's when it clicked me, right? It's like you can do a social work along with earning something, and what could be the best combination than this? So at One to One Help, we take care of the mental and emotional health of the corporate employees, right? Nowadays, everybody is facing a mental health, right? From the even the students face that, then the Gen Zs and millennials and
Stress,
every
for
generation.
example, stress is the
Yeah,
biggest problem. Everybody is stressed.
correct.
Ishita is also very stressed.
Yeah, everybody. In fact, nobody can escape from it, right? It's a reality. But how you manage your stress, that's very important. You can't you can't escape from it. How are you managing it? And are you open for counseling in India? Mental health and counseling is a big stigma. People feel like if someone is going to a counselor, either he or she is mad, right, or suffering from clinical depression. But that's not the case. Even our data, we did around 1 lakh counseling last year, and our data says that 35% of the overall counseling people have come for self development. Let's say I want to work on my confidence, I want to work on my anger management, right? People have come forward for those things also, to, to take counseling and therapies, right? So first of all, counseling should not be considered as something which is too serious, right? Or I should take it only if I am having lot of stress, right? It can be taken by anyone who feel their mental health needs some therapies and needs some help. फिजिकल डॉक्टर के पास हम कभी भी चले जाते हैं, हल्की सी सर्दी जुकाम होती है, वी गो टू डॉक्टर.
Exactly.
but
Exactly.
but when it comes to counselors, we feel that only when it is extreme then we should go. Many times, if you go at the right time, 99% of the time the problem gets solved. And at one-to-one, we also have a suicide prevention protocol, uh, with the help of which people call us, having the poison bottle in hand, or standing at the terrace about to jump, and as a last resort, they call us, things like that. Those kind of calls also our team handles, and through those protocol which we have saved 16,000 lives so far, and I take a lot of pride in saying that. So, I would strongly say never ever underestimate your mental health. If a WHO, World Health Organization, says that if your mental health is good, you can be rid of 70% of the physical health issues, whether it's cardiac issues, whether it's BP, diabetes, hypertension, right? All these things can be cured if your mental health is in right shape. Yeah.
So any specific reason why uh, one-to-one is helping, one-to-one is working only on B2B model, not on B2C model? In case, you want to, let us say, come to DSPSR or Independence University, for example, where you have 6.5 lakh students. Now, there you will go for B2B model only. You will talk to Independence University Vice
Correct.
Chancellor. Why so?
Correct. Correct. So, Dhyan, yeah. So there are two major reasons. Our company, so we are the one who introduced employee assistance program to India. We are the pioneer of this program, 24 years back. And this financial year, we are celebrating our silver jubilee. So in last 25 years, this point came multiple times to our promoters and our board. Then why not to start B2C? But then we realized that kind of money you spend on B2C marketing and things like that, it's very difficult to run a profitable company in this sector, because people yet are not ready to pay a lot for this mental health. Even though
Okay.
they can pay lakhs of rupees for physical, mental health, they are still reluctant to pay a lot of money. So, but we wanted to survive, we wanted to grow, we wanted to reach many lives. And that's when we felt that rather than burning your hard earned profit, it's better you focus on B2B, the channel where you can, through one partnership, you can reach to lakhs of people. For example, we are working with India's largest IT company, and through that one partnership, we are covering 5 lakh employees, 5 lakh lives. And if I include their dependents also, because we cover their dependents, so we are covering 20 lakh lives just by one partnership. So this model also helps us in reaching out to many people faster.
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So anybody in DSPSR, if you're looking to make career in a well-established mental health setup, uh, B2B sales specialization is must. Whatever are the attributes required for B2B sales, they must be required fast, and you must make use of skill development programs which are running in the organization. Okay, over to you, Shagun.
Yeah, I have a question. I have a couple of questions, Sugun, if
Yeah,
you
Ishita.
Yeah,
allow,
Shita.
and Aatish sir, if you allow to ask.
Sure. Yeah, please go
While
ahead.
listening you, a couple of questions came into my mind that you moved fluidly between industries from healthcare to hospitality, tech to food
Yeah.
startup, and basically we see that most of the people are specialized in one thing, but you have done the opposite.
No,
So
no,
how
no, no, no,
do you see
no.
yourself?
Ishita, here, I think he has stick to his functional career. See,
Sir,
there
you
are
are
two
not
ways you can
eligible.
stick to your career. One, you stay in mental health company throughout your life and you become a mental health industry person.
Okay.
That's why you stick to your career. Second way, stick to your career, you remain a salesperson and you join one, two, three, four companies in a progressive roles and you stick to your sales career.
Yes, sir.
Atish is a well-groomed professional in sales career. Are you getting my point? And
Yes, sir. I'm
all the
getting.
industries, if you see, there is a commonality in all the industries. All the common industries were technology driven. Even one-to-one is very technology driven. It's not offline. They have their complete platform. It's a beautiful organization to work for.
Right. And I'd just like to add one thing here, Dhyan, is that, if you know how to sell, you can sell anything. Getting the
Absolutely.
product knowledge
Yes,
is very crucial, which you can get. But for when you are changing the industry, because I've changed industry from hospitality to healthcare to now mental health, uh, you have to be a patient student for the first 2, 3 months. That's the key to success of working in different industries. Be a
Absolutely.
good student for the first 2 3 months. Forget about what all things you know. Learn like a student. Be silent in the first 1 or 2 months in all the client meetings. Listen to what others are saying, right? Absorb it, learn it, and once you have the good product knowledge, then the sales skills you already have, right? So in that way, this has helped me. In fact, my fundamentals was this
Absolutely.
only, that be a good student for first 3 months and then be a good leader for the remaining time.
Yes, sir.
Ishita, over to you.
Now, I have heard from you about Khanagiri. So you are also a co-founded Khanagiri, which became one of the top 10 food startup in India. So what was the original insights behind it?
Yeah, so as I said, Kanagiri was born out of a personal pain point, right? I couldn't find a good food late night and after working for long days, long hours, and I figured out that Hyderabad is becoming the next biggest IT hub after Bangalore. There are a lot of people who are coming here. There are a lot of BPO companies. There are a lot of universities like Triple IT Hyderabad, ISB, NIFT, right? Even college students do assignments late night. And they need good food, and their canteens are closed or they are just dependent upon few chai, samosa, Maggie. They all deserve a good quality food even at 2 a.m. when they are working so hard, students and workers at late night. They at the least thing they deserve is the good quality food, which can be called as homely food, right? So that's when this idea came into mind, and there were a lot of things which we did for the first time. So Kanagiri was the first company food startup in India who started the build to company model, right? In fact, all the other restaurants were B2C. We started build to company where the BPO companies employees they can order late night without paying the bill. The bill will directly go to their company. In that
Hmm.
way, their reimbursement cycle, the reimbursement process, all gets all becomes very efficient, and they save a lot of time. So this kind of model was started first by Kanagiri, taking orders on WhatsApp. That time, WhatsApp for business was not there, but we
Okay.
started for the first time taking orders on WhatsApp. That became a big hit because people were there on WhatsApp all the time. And if they want to place the order, no need to go.
I think this way also become easy for the people, convenient
Absolutely.
for
So they don't
people.
have to go to any other app, open it. They just have
Yes,
to type the
and they
item
don't have
code
to
on
put
WhatsApp.
any address.
Correct, correct. The address also they can just send the current location. That's it. And that too also only one time. So that ease of ordering was the second reason for our success. And the third reason is apart from B2C, we focused on a lot of B2B deals also. For example, at Oyo Rooms, Oyo Room was my customer that time. Before I joined Oyo, Oyo was my customer at Khanagiri. And we did a deal where there were a lot of Oyo hotels in Hyderabad where kitchens were not there, right? Small Oyo hotels where kitchens were not there inside the hotel, and they were finding it difficult to serve their guests who were staying in their rooms. They want to order food from the hotel itself, but they were not having that option. So what we did is we placed our menu cards at all the rooms of Oyo hotels which are not having the kitchen, and it solved two purposes. It increased my order. Second, it served the purpose of Oyo's guest. It became good convenience for them. And third, we also used to give a 10% revenue share to Oyo, right? So it was a win-win-win deal for the Oyo guest, for Oyo, and for us, right? And then we did it with Tribo also, with Fab also, and it became a great revenue stream for us. So when you start something now, you don't have to be dependent upon only one revenue stream. As an entrepreneur, you have to find out different revenue streams for you, whether it's B2B,
Mm.
B2C, or whatever, right? Be innovative in terms of technology or new things. If you just keep doing one thing, which everybody else has also done, you will not be successful, or your success will be short-lived. So if you really want to be successful for long time, you have to keep innovating. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir, for a deep answer that you shared with us today. Now over to you, Shagun. I am done.
Sir, I would like to know that the way you had established your startup Khanagiri and you identified an opportunity. So, how the young professionals can identify the opportunity, how they can be innovative in the market, how they can identify the opportunities in the market.
So, as I said, the best way is to observe, deeply. Innovation often hides in everyday frustrations. If something bothers you and you think, why is not this better? Right? That's usually the beginning of an opportunity. Like, talk to people, listen to their challenges, and you will find patterns in lot of them that can lead to great ideas. So it's not like ideas will come only if you think deeply for 1 month, 2 months. No, idea will come when you start observing deeply, not by thinking deeply. Right? So that's just keep that in mind. There are a lot of new ideas pending to be explored. In fact, on a daily basis, I get some ideas, by observing the people. So you are even younger than us, younger than me, and you guys can get a lot of new ideas. But yes, before starting the execution of that idea, you should verify that idea by talking, sharing that with few more people who you trust, right? Do some surveys, find out the market fit, and then you start the idea execution.
Sir, could you please share like some of your most memorable moments that you gained while your social work?
Sure. So, see, as part of social work, I run an NGO known as What Club, and I'm also art of living teacher for children. So I take yoga and meditation classes for small children around 6 to 11 years of age to instill Indian culture and values in them. And two moments which I can recollect. One of them is uh, there was a student of mine around 9 years old, and she made a handmade card and gave it to me, saying that a thank you card, and told me that, sir, because of you, I have gained a lot of focus in my studies, and I'm doing very well in my extracurricular also. Uh, and I really want to thank you for what all you have given me. And the second incident I remember is very recent, a year back. A student found me on LinkedIn and sent a note that around 10 years back, I went to, he was from a government school at Medak. Medak is a district near Hyderabad. And we did a lot of activities at that government school through my NGO, by distributing school kits, by giving them career counseling, and a lot of other things which we did. And he just sent a mail that now he's an engineer and he's working for a MNC. And he said that all those things which What Club did during my school days when I was in 11th and 12th uh, actually built that foundation, and sorry, and instilled that confidence in me that I can also become a successful corporate person. So I really I was trying to find you out, and now I'm glad that I have found you, and just want to thank you. So these are the small moments which makes you realize that you are living a life with a purpose. Everybody is earning a livelihood. In fact, अगर बस कमा के खाना है और फैमिली को पालना है तो वो सब करते हैं. ह्यूमन बीइंग क्या, जानवर भी करते हैं, राइट? अपने जंगल में जो रहते हैं वो भी जानवर, वो भी अपने फैमिली के लिए शिकार करते हैं, खाना लेके आते हैं. But if we have got a human life, we are very lucky that we have got a human life. Now it's up to us how we want to utilize that. Right? You have to first earn your livelihood. You have to become successful, but then you also should give back to the society in whatever way you can. No, it's not like you have to start an NGO. No, you can just start small, do anything, but just give back to the society which has given you so much.
Okay, and sir,
Yeah.
if the young students, if they want to work on the social causes, along with that, they also want to manage their academics and professional goals. So, how is that possible? Can you guide in this?
See, as I said, treat service time as a meeting with your value. Right? Don't think that, I would say time management is not required here. What is required is value management. You understand your point? That you the social service which you are doing is to meet your values. Even a small, consistent effort will keep you grounded and connected to a reality. And for me, social work has helped me a lot in my leadership skills also. It helps me understand people, right? But at the same time, for doing social work, you don't need a lot of time. You just need a passion. You just need a motivation to do something for the society. I also started very small. I started by teaching in a government school once in a week for 1 hour. That's how I started, and that gave me the motivation to make it big, and then you know make it a revolution by making others people also join this. A lot of people who want to do something, but they are not getting the right platform to do something. I would say don't wait for the platform, right? Start small. What even helping someone in your talking to some underprivileged people in a good tone, respecting them, right? Or helping them in a small way, right? They all are social work, right? So if you really want to do something of out of social responsibility, start small. Don't think about time. Time will automatically be managed. Just think about value management. That's it.
Okay, so sir, I would also like to know, like, from this conversation, another question that arises in my mind is that how we can balance our career ambitions along with our social responsibility.
Yeah. So and that's what I said that first of all, the best way. I mean, I am lucky in that way that I've always found a career where, along with the career, I was solving some purpose also. Like at one to one, we are taking care of mental health of people and saving lives. Before that, I was working with Birla Fertility and IVF. There, I was spreading the joy of parenthood. Couples who were not having children for 5, 10 years, through IVF, they were getting that joy. So, but you will not find this kind of job every time, right? And hence, I would say that, and so it's important to give time to your family also. It's important to give time to yourself also, right? It's not like that you do work, corporate work, and the remaining time you do social work. It's not like that. Social work, as I said, is not about giving a lot of time, right? If you really want to do something for the society, trust me, you will find time yourself. You don't need to find time, forcefully. If you really want to help someone, automatically you will find time for that. Just create that value system in you that I want to help someone. That's it.
So basically, Shagun, it is an inside out force,
Yeah,
not otherwise. You don't look at other external factors and then decide for social work. There must be an internal desire to do social work,
correct.
and then you go ahead with it.
And if you do it just to show off, you will never find time. अगर आपको सोशल वर्क बस दिखाने के लिए करना है कि मैं किसी के लिए कुछ कर रहा हूँ, right, just to get some praise and all, then you will never find time for that, right? It can only happen if you really care for people. Yeah.
And sir, one another thing, I also wanted some tips on work-life balance, like whether we are into the job or a business. Being in our work life, we are not able to give time to our family, our personal life. So you are also a successful entrepreneur, so you have been busy with your work. So how do you promote work-life balance in your life, and what suggestion you would like to give to the young students and also to the working professionals to to take care of work-life balance?
So work life, see, for work life, I prefer two things. I do two things. One is time management. Now, time management, in a lot of management schools, they teach you how to manage time. But one thing which is the most crucial is that how you prioritize your work. If you don't know how to prioritize your work, you will never be able to do time management properly, right? You have thousands of work on daily basis, right? Now, which one to prioritize? So for me, I personally, I can share what I do. I use an app known as Google Keep, right? In that, you can prioritize the task up and down. You can list down all the tasks there, color code it, set a reminder. So that app helps me a lot. I'm using it since last 10 years. Uh, because you have multiple responsibilities. So I am a father, I am a husband, I am a son, I am a corporate, I am a chief revenue officer, I am running an NGO, right? So when you are wearing multiple caps, it's important to do justice to all of them. And the only way you can do that is by prioritizing your task for that particular day. And the second most important thing to do is to live in the present moment. Most of the people spend a lot of their time thinking about how the last day went, or living in anxiety about how tomorrow will be, right? And in that, they lose 2, 3 hours, 5 hours, right? Yes, it's important to plan your upcoming days, but then just fix half an hour for that. In half an hour, I will plan my next week, but then after that, I will be living in the present moment. और जितने काम प्रेजेंट मोमेंट में रह के टिक होते हैं ना, उतने कभी भी प्लानिंग करके नहीं होते, right? So just live in the present moment, keep finishing the work, and keep ticking the box that this is done, this is done. That's it. Yeah.
And sir, any useful tips to develop leadership qualities? Like tomorrow, the young students will be going into the corporate world. They may get into the team lead, or if they have their own startup, then also they have to manage their business with people. So, leadership quality is of course important. So
Absolutely.
any tips to develop good leadership qualities?
See, I would say the biggest quality of a leader which you should develop is lead by example, right? If you just preach कि ऐसा करना है, ये करो वो करो, right? People will listen to you once, twice, and then they will stop listening to you. They will just do what they want. So the only way you can make them listen to you is by leading by example, right? If you are asking someone to join meetings on time, first you have to be joining the meeting on time, right? If you are asking someone to do 5 client calls every day, you start doing it first, right? So lead by example is the first and the most important thing. Many people speak about it, but very few follow this, right? And the second one is, if you want to be a good leader, know how to build people relationship, right? No leader can be successful without knowing the people skills, right? You people psychology, right? So you should know, and each and every person is different in your team, right? You can't treat everyone in the same way, right? So you should know how to understand people, how to make sure that they are not taking you for granted also. At the same time, you are taking care of their well-being, right? And once you trust them, once you build that relationship with them, then only they will work for you without even you micromanaging them. I hate macromanagement. Any leader should not be doing it. If a leader is doing macromanagement, that means there is a trust deficit between him and the team, and which is not a quality of a good leader.
Okay. And sir, another question is that how yoga and meditation help in the personal and professional growth.
Yes. So see, I would say yoga and meditation helps you build the inner stability. In leadership, the external world can be very chaotic and very lonely also sometimes. But if your mind is calm, your decisions are better. Meditation gives clarity, it gives you patience and lot of energy also. People feel that people who meditate are generally, always silent and all. But whereas the reality is it's just the opposite. Meditation gives inner calm, but outside it gives you a lot of energy. And all these qualities are directly, linked to professional performance.
And sir, I would also request you to please share some simple practices to deal with stress.
Sure. I think the things which you can do on daily basis very easily without, going for any courses or anything. One, just practice some deep breathing for 10 minutes every morning, right? Deep breathing, where you're observing your breath and taking some deep breaths in and out for 10 minutes, and it will help a lot in managing your stress. Second thing is, before sleep, don't see your mobiles for 30 minutes, right? Nowadays, I know not only for students, even for corporate workers also, it's becoming, mobile is becoming like a next oxygen. Without them, they are not able to live even for a minute, right? But we should take some time off, especially before sleep. 30 minutes before sleep, keep the mobile out, right? Don't see the screen. And the third very important thing is, just spend some time with the nature, even 10 minutes, right? Go for a walk, right? Or just sit inside below a tree and close your eyes and just be with yourself, We go on a date with our partners, but this is like a date with yourself, right? It's very important to date yourself, right? Prioritize yourself. Just for 10 minutes, spend with nature, 10 minutes deep breathing, and if you follow this, your stress will be very well managed. Yeah.
Anything more regarding this? Stress,
But the,
anxiety.
yeah, there are a lot of things you can do. See, these are simple things I told, but there are a lot of things you can practice. Proper guided meditations. There are so many available. Uh, like there are so many good organizations like Art of Living, Isha Foundation, ISKCON. There are so many good organizations in India. India is a spiritual capital of the world, right? You can follow anyone. No need to do spiritual shopping here. Just follow anyone which you can relate to, and there are a lot of guided meditations available. You can do some courses. There are courses available from 5-year old till 100-year old. So in your age group, whatever courses are available, just go and do those courses. uh, which, as I said, and any organization doesn't matter. What matters is that you should be able to relate to that practice. And guided meditations are available free of cost on YouTube. So many are there. You can also do some chanting, 100 times, some any chanting that can also help, right? So there are a lot of ways, to manage the stress. But yeah, one other thing which helps me a lot is going for a vacation. So every quarter I go for a 6 days vacation, and I apply for those leaves well in advance. All my bosses since the start of my career know that if they really want artists to work at its 100%, then they have to allow me a 5-day vacation in a quarter. And that's how I recharge myself, right? I need those 5 days with me, with my family, with nature, to recharge myself, right? And in sales, when you're working under so much pressure, so much of scrutiny, you need time to recharge, and then only you can come back and perform well. So go for a vacation whenever you get time. Yeah.
So next time, Atesh,
Yeah.
I invite you to Uttarakhand. I'll take you to exotic places.
Sure. Yeah. My pleasure.
Be my host, be my guest actually. I'll take
Sure.
you to
Sure.
such exotic places, such nature. And
Great.
I'm
I
not
would
talking
love
of
to explore
Dehradun.
that.
I'm not talking of Dehradun.
Yeah, I
I'm
obviously
talking, yeah,
Dehradun
I'm
is no
talking of
no more
Uttarakhand.
exotic, it's
I'll
chaotic.
take you to exotic places
Yeah,
where you will
sure.
have a cottage, you will have a river, you will have a tree, you will have birds chirping and waking you up in the morning. You will
Great.
have uh, completely organic food. You will have folk food. You will have trekking. You will have. I mean, it's beautiful.
In fact, I prefer such places, Dhyan. So I avoid places like typical place like Manali, Masuri, and all because they are very crowded. I
They are
always
very
prefer
crowded.
going to a place which
No,
is
no, 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 no,
very
no,
less
no.
crowded. Uh,
Exactly.
for a vacation, you should go to such places which is not very crowded.
I'll take you deep into Uttarakhand jungles actually.
Great.
Jungles and then with your waterfalls and then your own space, your own solace. Your mobiles won't work. Nothing. I mean, other than nature, there is nothing
That's the
there.
kind of vacation you need. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was trying to say. That so I just have come from Kerala holiday for 6 days, but I have not gone to any famous place of Kerala. I have just
Hmm.
gone to all the places which are very beautiful but not famous.
Offbeat places.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
So next time come to Uttarakhand.
Sure. Sure.
Okay. Thank you. Komal, over to Shagun, over to
Okay. Sir, your NGO, what club has, I guess, completed over 500 social activities?
Correct. That's correct.
Okay. So, sir, one thing that I would like to know is that, like, what inspired you to build this NGO?
Good one. So, see, there when I was building this NGO, the idea came from two instances. One instance was I realized that when I was working at Oracle, a software company at Hyderabad, we used to go for chai breaks. Right? When you work at office, every 2-3 hours, you go for a chai sutta break. Though I don't smoke, but my other friends needed that break, and I needed a chai break. So when you go for all those chai breaks, you observe that every people near you, are talking about uh, problems in the nation, in the country. they will like ये नहीं हुआ वो नहीं हुआ ये ऐसा है वो वैसा है प्राइम मिनिस्टर वैसा है चीफ मिनिस्टर वैसा है राइट या म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन वैसा है everybody is talking about the problem but nobody is talking about the solution nobody is nobody wants to be part of the solution right they so I at one time I think after 2 3 years of observing that I just felt that it's time to act now चाय पे चर्चा बहुत हो गई but अभी it's time for action and that's when the name of what club the name came is also a very interesting story so I was discussing this idea with some of my oracle colleagues 4 5 of us that we should do something for the society I said that we should form some club through which we can do some social work and he was a South Indian and immediately replied club what club I said, okay, that's the name. So we'll finalize the name because name doesn't matter. What matters is the work which we do. So we finalized the name that's an then and there. And then later we found out the full form also. We help all those. The full form of what is we help all those. And the tagline is who need it. So full form came later, name came first. Uh, but yes, then it got formed and we started engaging with a lot of other young professionals who also want to do something for society but they are not getting the right platform how to do what to do right so that's how it starts spreading and then a lot of celebrities also participated and that also gave it a lot of boost a lot of celebrities like IT minister as I said PV Sindhu Pudula Gopichand Saina Nehwal her father a lot of people participate in a lot of our activities because when celebrities participate people start getting motivated in India it's like it works like that people gets motivated when they see their heroes and heroines to do the things which their idols to do the things which are important for society so that really helped and then the thanks to our media people a lot
Unmute once again. Forum is open for all. Unmute once again.
sorry am I audible now yeah
Yes, sir, you are
Audible,
audible.
Aatish.
Showing you to unmute
great
yourself.
yeah so that's what I have not paid a single rupee to any media house for publishing any article on my NGO. But in fact, all the media houses across India have published multiple articles on What Club because of the quality of work we were doing. And that also helped us in growing. So, yes, if you really want to do something, inspiration can come any day. Don't wait for it. Yeah.
Shagun, you are
Shagun, you
mute.
will have to unmute.
Unmute yourself.
Yeah, I've unmuted.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Am I
I can
audible
hear.
now?
Yes, yes.
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. Sir, another thing, like because it is for the students, so another thing that I would like to ask is what are the principles that the students should keep in mind while working towards their goals?
See, I would say for me, success means balance, achieving your goals without losing your peace of mind or your kindness. Success that comes at the cost of your health, your happiness is always incomplete. Stay ambitious, but stay kind and grounded while you chase your dreams.
And sir, any message for the young students who aspire to bring like uh, contribute well into the business and society, who want to make an impact on the business and society? Any message for them?
So I will keep it short and crisp so that it can relate to everyone. Be bold, be kind, and stay grounded. The world doesn't just need successful professionals, it needs balanced human beings who can lead with empathy and purpose. If you keep that balance between ambition and compassion, success will always find you. But just try to strike a balance between your ambition and compassion. That's the key. Yeah.
Shagun, participants would also like to ask questions, so let them ask also.
Sure.
Khushi Datta, unmute yourself.
Hello, sir. I'm Kushi. I have two questions to you.
Yeah, Kushi.
So I wanna firstly I am a second year BBA student and I also want to grow my career in sales. So what is the first step I can take to start my sales career as a fresher?
Sure. So two things you should work on. One is your uh, communication style. Communication is not about only about knowing the language, right? Communication is the medium through which you can make someone else understand yourself, right? uh, for example, my English was very bad and it's still not that good. I'm still a successful very sales leader. So as a language is not a barrier. Language is not communication. Many people misunderstand language with communication. Communication is a skill through which, as I said, the other people should listen to you, other people should start trusting you. That's what good communication means, right? So work on your communication style if you want to be a good salesperson. And the second one is start working on your fitness. Sales needs lot of physical fitness and mental fitness both, right? You have to be physically and mentally fit because it can be very exhausting many times, right? Mentally also, physically also, right? So if you really want to build a career in sales, you have to be physically and mentally fit.
So my next question is, what is the most challenging and rewarding part in sales you experienced in your 14 years of career in sales?
The challenging part, two major challenges which you face. One is that, if you go to 10 clients, nine of them will say no. But to get that one yes, you have to motivate yourself to again go for another 10, right? So uh, motivating yourself, and you should not be dependent upon anybody else to motivate, right? If you're dependent upon your boss, your colleagues, I have seen many salespeople who just crib on a daily basis. They will call their colleagues and all. They will just crib about it. या इस client ने ऐसा किया वैसा किया. ठीक है अपना frustration निकालना भी important है. But then if you just waste your time on cribbing, then you will not be a successful salesperson, right?
Yes.
Find ways to motivate yourself without anybody else, right? You should be able to motivate yourself on a daily basis, right? That's how a successful sales career is built. And so that was my biggest challenge initially when I started my sales career. Uh, Motivating myself on a daily basis was a big challenge. I worked on it for 2 3 years and then it became seamless. But initially, for the first 2 3 years, it was a challenge. And the second big challenge is if you lose a good team person, right? As a leader, if you have a good set of team, right? And if anybody is leaving you for a better career growth and all, that's when you feel like was I not good enough, or was my company not good enough, or how will I manage now without that person? But then with time I realized that, and in my last 10 years career, all the people who have left me, I am in a very good relationship with all of them. There is no hatredness between me and my teammates ever, right? But they have left because they were getting a better growth which my company couldn't provide, which is totally fine. What I realize is that no company is dependent upon a single person, right? So if you think that uh, you will leave and the company will get destroyed, it never works like that, right? So you should go wherever you find better opportunities. Definitely, you should go there if there is a stability, there is a better growth. But the company and the leadership should also know how to thrive, even with new people, even with new challenges. You should know how to train the new people, how to make them also part of the purpose which you are solving, right? And quickly adapting to the new team is very important.
And sir, what's the most rewarding part in
Rewarding part
sales?
is two again. One is the incentives. Sales is the most rewarding career in the world. It's the most difficult career, and that's why it is the most rewarding career also, right? Since it is the most difficult, so you will not find the kind of incentives. Have you ever heard of any operations guy earning a Harley Davidson bike, right? I'm just saying that it's the most difficult job, but at the same time it's the most rewarding job. The incentives are great. uh, I know many people who have earned incentives more than their salaries many times, right? So that's how sales works. Incentives plays a very important role. And second thing is the the love which you get from your team, right? If you are a good sales manager, then you can be a good manager anywhere else, that's the philosophy which many believes, because in sales many a times you have to be harsh to your team. You need to ask them about targets. You need to be tough many a times. But despite being a sales manager, if your team likes you, loves you, then that means that you're actually a good manager. So that feeling, when your team loves you, when your team care for you, gives you the actual high. Yeah.
Sir, as you said before, that communication skill is a very important part in sales. As I know also that, and my communication skills is also, matlab, good. But the thing is that when I will have job in future in sales field, so at that time, that will be for the first time I will do job after internship. So there will be some nervousness. So how I will tackle with those things? Actually,
So
uh,
yeah, and it's very common, Kushi, because anybody starting their corporate career, the first few meetings, the first few months are full of nervousness, and it's very normal. So just accept it. You know, just observe how the others are doing. Right, as I said, for the first 2 3 months, any new company which you join as a fresher or as an experienced person also, just be a good observer for the first 2 3 months. See how others are doing. See how others are uh, making it work, and learn from your observations, right? And your confidence will grow and grow, right? If you start becoming a hero from day one, then you will fail, right? You will become a hero if you will remain a good student for the first 2 3 months of your corporate career.
thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your guidance.
Sushi, can I make a suggestion?
Yes, sir.
Looking at your interest in sales and marketing,
Yes.
uh, college is not a full-time affair. It gets closed by 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, right?
Yes, sir.
Join a part-time job in sales, anything which is
Okay.
decent enough. Trust me,
Okay, sir.
by the time you
Sure.
pass out from the college, all these questions will not be there in your mind at all.
Mm.
Join some
Mm.
part-time job, any job, at whatever salary which
Okay.
you get.
Mm.
Because best salesperson are made not by education. Best salesperson are made by life. Harder you
Mm.
work, better you become. जो बेस्ट सेल्स वाले मैंने अपने करियर में 30 साल के देखे हैं, वो नहीं थे जिन्होंने किताबें पढ़ी होंगी, ठीक है, पर किताबें पढ़ के कोई सेल्स पर्सन नहीं बनता है। अब जैसे
Yes.
आतिश सर ने बोला कि हम 10 कस्टमर के पास जाते हैं, 9 मना कर देते हैं, लेकिन आतिश सर ने ये नहीं
Yes.
बोला कि हमें रिसेप्शन में घुसते ही पता लग जाता है ये कस्टमर हाँ करेगा या ना करेगा। वो तब सीखता है आदमी जब वो 10 में से 9
Mm.
NO ले चुका होता है।
Yes.
और सेल्स स्किल्स कोई भी
Yes.
एक्वायर कर सकता है। आज आतिश सर
And
को
in,
इतना एक्सपीरियंस होगा
yeah,
कि मैं अगर ज्यादा बात ना करूं तो कि क्लाइंट का प्रोफाइल देख के उनको पता लग जाएगा क्या पिच करना है, कितना बिजनेस आएगा, कितना पिच करना है, क्या खरीदेगा, किस चीज के लिए मना कर देगा और उसका क्या इंटरेस्ट है। लेकिन प्रॉब्लम पता है क्या है? खुशी, ये सब आराम से नहीं मिलता।
Yes,
ये
sir.
सीखने के लिए उनको 30 साल लगे हैं, 25 साल लगे हैं, 20 साल लगे हैं,
Mm.
और किन किन रस्तों से गुजरे होंगे।
Yes.
तो आप भी अपनी जर्नी स्टार्ट करो, उन रस्तों से गुजरना शुरू करो, हर तरह के लोगों से मिलो, सेल्स अपने आप आपके खून में आ जाएगी।
yeah, and thanks, Jan, for saying this. And I will just add one thing here, that when you guys go for internship or part-time jobs during your college days, don't go for salaries, go for learning, right? बहुत बड़ी बड़ी
Yes.
कंपनियां होती हैं, लेकिन वो आपको लर्निंग कुछ भी नहीं देगी, स्टाइपेंड अच्छा दे देगी। पर गो
एग्जैक्टली,
फॉर दोज कंपनीज
डॉक्यूमेंटेशन कराती
वेयर
रहती है
यू
बस।
गेट द लर्निंग, राइट? जहाँ पे आपको इंटर्नशिप के टाइम वो काम करने को मिल रहा है जिससे आपकी लर्निंग हो रही है, राइट? सो दैट लर्निंग इज योर सैलरी, even though
Mm.
stipend is very less. Even if there is no stipend, go for some place, some job, some position which can give you the learning. Yeah.
Yes.
और बल्कि खुशी,
Difficulties
ऐसे
is
सेल्स के
very
जॉब में जाओ,
important.
ऐसे सेल्स के
Yes.
जॉब में जाओ, अगर आपको रियली सेल्स पर्सन बनना है,
Yes.
जहाँ सैलरी हो जीरो,
Hmm.
वो सारी कमाई ही इंसेंटिव की हो, सेल्स करना
Yes.
अपने आप सीख जाओ।
Yes, sir.
Good one, yeah.
ये
Sure.
बड़े गहरी चीजें हैं जो मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ। सैलरी
Yes,
आपको
sir.
कुछ नहीं मिलेगी, आप जितना बेचोगे उसमें आपको इंसेंटिव मिलेगा। वो वाली जॉब पकड़ो आप, तो अपने आप
Yes,
सीख
sir.
जाओगे कैसे होती है।
Sure.
ओके इशिता, व्हाट नेक्स्ट?
Yeah. So, sir, no audience there
No
to ask
questions from other people, no
no
problem,
questions.
we can give vote of thanks to Aatish ji.
Yeah, now we can proceed. Khushidutta?
May I start?
Yes.
We are truly grateful for the presence of our distinguished speaker, Mr. Aatish Rathi, sir. Your valuable insights into strategic leadership, entrepreneurship, and professional excellence have made this session deeply enriching and inspiring for all of us. On behalf of DSPSR, I sincerely thank you, sir, for sharing your time, wisdom, and experiences with us. I would also like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Ms. Shagun for moderating the session with such grace and thoughtfulness. My sincere thanks also go to our respected dignitaries, faculty members, and my dear fellow students for their active participation and continuous support in making this event a grand success. Thank you all and have a wonderful evening ahead.
And heartiest thanks
Thank
Aatish
you
for
so
coming
much.
over.